Google said you were an evangelical, a famous one, like Time Magazine thought so. And they're apparently mad at you for participating in your son's gay marriage. How can you share your journey, or can you share how your journey with him in relationship to the church and Bible changed over time and lessons you've learned?
Well, as I said, I grew up in a very traditional background regarding the Bible. So homosexuality actually wasn't even talked about. It was a sin, and it was a bad enough sin you didn't even talk about it. You know, that I always had questions about that, because when I was in high school, I found out several of my closest friends were gay. And I just knew that what the church said about them wasn't true. The church said they were making a choice, this was a lifestyle, all that kind of crap. And it just obviously wasn't true. So I always had doubts about that traditional view. And I think I tried to sort of play the middle by not contradicting it, and by always trying to treat gay people with respect. The church I pastored, we always had a lot of gay people. But I didn't really feel I was ready to stick my neck out, and I didn't really feel I hadn't gone through a rethinking of that Bible as Constitution thing yet. So I was sort of just in no man's land on it for a long time. I was part of a terrible experience where I unintentionally outed somebody. Our church, this is in the early days of the internet, and our church had a listserv. You remember what those are? There was a gay guy in the church who would send me posts, and then I would post for him. So in a way, I was doing for him what I was talking about before. I was trying to make sure that he got a hearing, that he was a human being, but he didn't want to, he wasn't out, so, I would post for him. And people were really appreciating the chance. This was, I don't know when this was, probably late 90s, so it was pretty early on, in the world of the internet. Maybe the mid or late 90s, when people are just finding out that you can talk about this stuff online. And back in those days, there was something, I forget, there was a name for it, but it would have all this tracking information at the bottom of an email. And when I copied his message, I didn't realize that tracking information was at the bottom of it. It was really one of the worst days of my life, because I felt so horrible. But of course, he felt a million times more horrible. And he was so gracious to me. And he was very good to me. Just the irony was, he was being, gay people were being painted as the bad guys, and here he was incredibly gracious to me and I was trying to help him, but I made an honest but stupid mistake. So I gradually started changing, and my views about the Bible were changing all through the 90s. And finally, I reached the point where I just said, this is crazy. Christians used the Bible to defend slavery. Now we know that was stupid. Christians used the Bible to defend superiority of men. Now we know that was stupid. And this is another case. So I sort of crossed the line in my own thinking. A kind of a big moment came for me when many of you would probably know, some of you would know the name Tony Campolo, which you know that name. And Tony's wife, Peggy, has been a major advocate for LGBT rights and gay marriage and so on. And Peggy called me once, I don't know what year this would have been. Maybe I was still in the pastorate, so I don't know, maybe 2005, something like that, maybe 2004. She called me and said, there's this gay church and they want to invite you to speak. The pastor's gay, and most of the people in the church are LGBT, but they're nervous because they don't want to put you in an awkward situation. But would you? So I'm sort of the go-between. This is like junior high, If they ask you, will you say yes? Yeah, check yes, no.
Check maybe.
And so I said, if they ask me, of course I will say yes. So, you know, I did that, and yeah, it must have been 2005 or 2006. So I sort of crossed that. Now, I can't remember now. It wasn't a long time after that my son came out. And it was really funny because it wasn't, I hadn't thought my son's gay. I just, just hadn't crossed my mind. In fact, the only time it crossed my mind is he had a girlfriend when he was in college, and they were together once, and I remember thinking, gosh, I'm really a failure. I didn't teach my son how to treat a woman. Because I could just tell,
How interesting.
I could just tell that she really liked him, and he was not treating her well. I could just tell he didn't get it, but I didn't think he's gay. I just thought, man, he's got a lot to learn. So, and I remember feeling sorry for her, like thinking her feelings are going to get hurt because he's just not that into her. So my biggest concern when my son came out, because I had so many other people come out, I thought, oh, if my son has been in pain about this for 10 years and afraid to tell us, I mean, that thought would just destroy me. But, so I asked him about it, and he said, oh no, Dad, I was just waiting till the right time. I was waiting till I was sure, so no big deal. So I was really